Sketch the graph of the polynomial function p of x equals negative x times x minus 3 times x plus 2. Show all intercepts and proper end behavior. The polynomial p of x equals negative x times x minus 3 times x plus 2 is already in the factor form. To find the x-intercept, we just simply zero this function. 0 equals negative x times x minus 3 times x plus 2. This is the zero product, so each of the factor needs to be 0. Negative x equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0, and x plus 2 equals 0. We end up with x equals 0, x equals 3, and x equals negative 2. And so the x-intercepts are when x equals 0, y equals 0. When x equals 3, y equals 0. And when x equals negative 2, y equals 0. Because we set y equals 0. To find the y-intercept, we just simply plugged in 0 for x. That is, we make x equals 0. So we have negative 0 times 0 minus 3 times 0 plus 2. But 0 anything is 0. So the y-intercept is x equals 0, y equals 0. For this function, if we were to multiply this out, then it is a cubic function with an odd degrees. And for any function with an odd degrees, with the leading coefficient to be negative, in this case it is, because if we take negative x times x, we would have negative x cubed. The graph will look like a cubic function. At x go to positive infinity, the function decreases without bound. And at x go to negative infinity, the function increases without bound. We are now in the position to sketch the graph of this function. First, we plot the intercept. When x equals 0, y equals 0. When x equals 3, y equals 0. And when x equals negative 2, y equals 0. We should clearly label these points. We already know that the graph increases on the left-hand side. And so if we were to go from the left to the right, then we would go down. Remember that we have to hit the x-intercept and the y-intercept. And we would go up, but then eventually we have to go down to hit this x-intercept. As the end behavior of the graph, again, at x get large, the y value gets very small all the way down, decreases without bound. And at x go to the left, or at x is a very large negative number, then the y value increases without bound. We are only asked to sketch the graph, and so as long as we have the special feature of the graph, then we have the sketch of the graph. This is not drawn according to scale.